Bobby King, and I'm going to be doing free spirit-led mediumship readings today for anybody that comes into my live. There are spirit-led, so I don't know who's going to come through. So I'm just going to be waiting for people to show up, and then we'll get going, and hopefully there's some good readings for you to watch and enjoy. Maybe you'll get a message out of this for yourself too. I also have these cards called Talking to Heaven that I pull for people at the end of the live or end of the reading for their message from their loved ones. So I'm just gonna be waiting for people to show up. I need to find a pen real quick. I usually have a pen here. I don't know where it is. Hello, come on in. Say hello so I know you're here or who's here. I need to find a pen real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna scoot over. Ugh. There we go. If you want to say hi, let me know that you're here. I am going to be doing free spirit-led mediumship readings. Oh, hey, Gently Moving. Hello, hello. How have you been? I haven't been on in a while, so hopefully everything goes well today. I had a hiccup, I guess you could say, with my medicine that I'm on, and it went haywire, so I couldn't come on live for a while. It was not myself, but I think I'm on track now. I am starting a new ADHD medication, and it's making me a little tired, but I think I'll be okay. I think I have to start taking it at night now, and maybe I'll get some sleep. Oh, good. Well, I'm just gonna hang out and see if anybody else, if more people show up before I start doing my reading. So I don't know if you have like any questions you have for me or about mediumship or psychic, anything like that. I can answer questions. Or I can just keep talking. Oh, this medicine is also making my mouth really dry. I went to a new magic shop yesterday. I was there, well, I've known about it for a really long time. I've just never been to the store. And I used to, when COVID was here and everything was shut down, I would go to their site and I would order crystals online and have it shipped to me. So, I had an account, but I didn't realize that I was like earning points back then. So like we went to the shop and found some really cool stuff, and we're going to go check out, and they asked me if I wanted to set up an account, and I was like, yeah. And they're like, you already have one and you have $10 off. And I was like, what a great surprise. So that was kind of fun. I went there with my friend. I got this cute little cat crystal that's supposed to help with like anxiety and panic attacks. So I have that by my bed now. And I got this little coffin tray that I'm going to use. What else did I get? Oh, I got a little bell because I had a bell on my altar and my little boy's been using it to help clear the energy in his room before he goes to bed so he doesn't have nightmares. And so I've been looking for a new bell, and I have not been able to find one, and I found one yesterday. So I let him know that he gets to keep the bell that he has been using, and it's his now because I have a new one. Going Going to a new metaphysical shop is always fun. A little oasis adventure, definitely. And this place is like, I think it's going to be my go-to place for crystals. Like, they had a really good selection of crystals and stuff. And so my friend got like witch bells for her door, and yeah, but they didn't have a very good selection of incense. So I'll be going to my other place for all my incense and stuff, but the store I normally go to, we like to call them magic shops. We're going to the magic shop today. It's a little fun. Oh, I was just gonna say, everyone that's here, say hello, but it just dropped back down to like nobody being in here, so don't mind me. The people count on these YouTube lives is really weird. So I don't know, are you still here gently moving? Or is there somebody new in? Yeah, you're here? I don't understand this YouTube person count then. It keeps saying like there's 0 people, but I don't know. So if there's anybody else here, come on and say hi so I know that you're here. I at least want a couple people in here before I start doing readings. Oh, and I got a new, I don't know if you could see it. It's a little star. I got a new nose piercing ring yesterday too. I was at like the 6-week mark, so I could go to a smaller, oh, hey, Samantha. I could go to a smaller, like, bar, I guess, is what you would call it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can blow my nose now. Like, I could, like, squeeze my nose and it doesn't hurt anymore. Because the bar that they put in there for, like, the swelling, it was like, I couldn't blow my nose without it hurting. So I was very excited with that as well. How are you, Samantha? I told everybody 1 o'clock, so we'll see what happens. I did hop on live a little bit earlier, just a couple minutes, I guess. My little one is upstairs watching, well, I guess he's probably playing video games by himself. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes down here. I'm good. He's usually pretty good with being by himself. My other kid had a birthday party to go to, so I have a feeling he'll be coming down though and be like, hey mom, what you doing? I had to take a break from doing readings for a while because I was like I started getting panic attacks and I didn't know when they would hit. So I had to take a break, but I'm feeling much better now. I'm feeling like myself again, so I thought I'd give it a try. Oh my gosh. My little doggie's here. She's not that little. Can you go lay down? She just wants some lovin's. Hi. It's a pen. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Is there anybody else in here besides Gently Moving and Samantha? I could probably try to give a reading here and see if somebody comes through for either of you. I can't remember. I have a terrible memory if I've read for you guys or not. I probably say that every time I come on live. I really do make a point of forgetting. But I know you guys have been around for a while, so I would like to give you guys readings. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. Well, I could probably just hop into a reading and see if somebody comes through. If you guys don't have any questions for me, I still do have my Talking to Heaven deck, so I will pull a card from there for you at the end. I'll go through my spiel, though I'm sure you know what the spiel is. So I am going to be doing spirit-led readings, so I don't know who's going to come through. I don't know who's going to come through. Let's see. When I'm in the reading, if just stick to yes, no's, and maybes. Don't feed the medium. Don't tell me anything beyond what I'm already saying. Like, you can pair it back to me to validate, like, yeah, that's right, or I don't know, whatever. But don't give me any new information. If it's no, just tell me no. And then I always go back to spirit and try and figure out, maybe I just got, I'm not interpreting it right, or I'm not understanding. And so I'll go back to spirit and ask them to clarify, to try and figure out what the message is supposed to be. But I do like, to know the yes and no's for the pieces of information. That way I know I'm on the right track, or I'm getting things right, or I am with you. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I get information a bunch of different ways. Every reading is different for me. I usually, so I have the knowing, hearing, seeing, and feeling. And each reading I get information in different ways. So it's always different. Let's see. Sometimes I can get names. The thing with names, though, is that usually, like, there are times where I actually get the right name, and that's always, like, I amaze myself when I do that. But usually it's like the first letter, so, of the name that I say. So if I get the name like Chris, it's probably a CH name or a C name, but it doesn't mean that it has to be Chris. And then the names could be for first, middle, or last name. So just kind of open your mind if I get names. Sometimes I get ages. I'll always be able to figure out if it's a male or female spirit. They at least let me have that every time. And then they'll give me different bits and pieces about their life or things that are going on. And so just be really open-minded as to who and what can come through, what information and which spirit, which of your loved ones. So yeah, just stick to yes, no's, and maybes, and don't feed me any extra information. Oh, and then I always like to leave space at the end if you have any questions. Like, I usually allow one question that you can ask. I prefer it not to be like medical or like a legal question, but you're more than welcome to answer. And when when you ask the question, you are asking your loved one. And so the messages that I get are coming from your loved one through me to you. So I'm just the middleman, I'm just the channeler. So I'm not answering them psychically. It is still mediumship coming from your loved one, the question. Um, and then I also leave space at the end if you want to like validate anything or clarify anything. At that point, when the reading is done, you can talk all you want about your loved one. I give you guys space for that too. So, do either of you have any questions about anything before I get going, or are we like thumbs up, we're good? Oh, and then I'll be pulling a card too. So, all right. I'm not sure how the lag goes on here, but we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little quiet here. Hey Ashley, I'm just about to get into a reading and I just went through my whole spiel, but if it's your loved one that comes through, just stick to yes, no's, and maybes. And don't give me any extra information. Don't feed the medium. It's pretty much like the two main things to do. So I'm going to get quiet here. That's me connecting with the spirit world. I'm going to ask somebody to step forward. I don't know who it's going to be, who it's for. And then we'll figure out. I'll try and write down. I try and get like 5 to 6 pieces of information from them. So when I'm done naming off all the things, then I'll ask who it belongs to, and we'll go from there. So I haven't read in a couple weeks, so we'll see how this goes. I think I'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to get quiet here, and I'm going to write down the time too. So I try and stay within 30 minutes. All right, I do have somebody that stepped forward. I don't know if it's me or if it's them, but they feel very, very soft. So I'm going to be asking them to come in a little closer and to blend with me. Goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm having a hard time writing. All right. Oh gosh, there's a lot of people in here now. Hi everybody. So I'm doing a reading. Um, so I'm connected with a male. He's an older gentleman. I think he passed in his 80s. I did get grandpa, but I'm never, don't normally get relationships, and when I do, it's always wrong. So I'm just gonna say take the grandpa with a grain of salt. If it fits, it fits, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I've just started getting relations again, and so I'm writing it down, but I'm not confident with it. So I'm just gonna say that. So this is a male. He's in his 80s. He is showing me like gray hair. He's starting to bald, or was balding a little bit. Like he had hair, but definitely like a receding hairline on the top. Um, and then he probably had a little bit of hair on the sides. Uh, Came through like very cheerful, very jolly. I kept getting the word jolly. Um, Kind, very kind soul. He feels very soft. Like his energy is very, very soft. And then he gave me the word soccer. So that could mean so many different things if like you play soccer or he played soccer, you watch soccer, he watched soccer, however that fits for you. But he did mention soccer. So if you can take like 90 to 100% of this, I ask that you just say, like, I can take it. I think it belongs to me. You can put an emoji in the comments as well if you'd rather do that. But if you could tell me a percentage of how much you can take, I'd appreciate it. Um, and then I'll get more information. I just want to make sure that he actually like belongs to somebody. So this is a male. He passed in his 80s, upper. He is pretty old. Um, Gray hair but balding. Very soft personality, but very playful and cheery personality. And then there's some kind of tie to soccer. So, and I can keep going. If you guys need more information, I can get more if you don't want to claim it just yet. But just let me know if you can take it and like a percentage of how much you can take it. Anyone? So if no one's going to take it, I'll ask him to move on. He is showing me dogs. So he definitely had pets. It feels like there's 2 dogs specifically that he wants to mention, that there would be 2 dogs. No one? All right, if no one's gonna say anything, I'm gonna ask him to go on or move along. Okay. I always feel bad making them move along. Okay. All right, I'll try again. All right. Hey, Megan. Okay. I might be having a bad day. So I'm gonna do a little exercise on myself right now. I've actually, for the past few weeks, had really high boundaries set. And I don't know if that's what is causing this or if it's the new medication I'm taking. But I'm gonna do a quick little exercise and then I'm gonna try again to get somebody to come through. I've had, my aunt passed away and she was not leaving me alone. And so I had to like put up a lot of shields to block her, basically. So let me do a little exercise. All right, have someone stepping forward. I'm trying to get some information from them. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys. Um, I'm just gonna ask this. I only have like 2 pieces of information right now, but before I go any further, because do any of you guys have a female who was passed that had red hair? And it doesn't have to be like naturally red hair, it could be dyed red hair. But before, I just don't want to waste time on this because I have a feeling. Yeah, gently moving, you do? Okay. 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 I feel like I'm on the struggle bus today. Is there, so I'm getting like the name Charlotte. Is there like a CH or a C name that is tied to you gently moving? I got like Charlotte. Charlene, Charlotte, something like that. Just yes or no? No. Okay. They just keep showing, I just keep seeing hair. This is like, it's like shoulder length and it curls at the end a little bit, like curls under. So I don't know if that makes sense for you, but I'm trying to like get different information. I just keep seeing the hair. CH maybe, but not the Christine or Sharp. Yeah, so the names, I was saying before, I don't usually get like the exact name, but it's something close to that, the Charlotte. And then they do keep showing me, she just keeps showing me her hair. It kind of makes me wonder like if this was somebody who had a very, like their appearance was very important to them and like they really, like their hair was like really important. Like it was like, I don't know, it's hard to put my finger on it, but it's like, I don't know why they keep just showing me their hair. Oh, they owned a hair salon? Okay. So that would be why hair would be important. Okay, let's see if I can get anything else. I feel like I'm trying to like go through like clouds right now. And so I don't know if that's from spirit or if that's just me. Okay. So now, like, I mean, you told me this. That's where I'm like, they are showing me a lot of hair salon stuff now. So, like, giving people perms, the scissors, um, curling hair, cutting hair. It looks like a shop though that like if they, oh my gosh, um, it feels like it's more like they were like an employer and an employee type of hair salon. So like there was other people that would be at their salon doing hair and like they were like the owner. Because I see multiple chairs of people and so they're really proud of that. Yeah. And it's something that they did for like a really long time. Like she's making me feel like decades. Would she also teach people how to cut hair? Was she also a teacher? Or like a mentor type thing where she would help teach people how to do like teach them new how to do new styles, or like if somebody never did perms before, like she would teach them how to do it. But it wasn't like a formal classroom or something like that. Like she would have stylists come to her shop and she would like guide them there. Or like, here's a new technique. Like, let's try this. Oh, decades makes sense. Okay. Okay. All right. It's flowing now. It's flowing now. All right. Thank you for sticking it out with me. um, did she end up having bad knees? I feel like there's something with the legs and maybe even the feet that, like, the older she got, it was harder for her to, um, like, she couldn't stand all day anymore, kind of a thing. Like, she started having, like, physical problems. It feels like my knees are going out. Something with the knees. Walker, Kanan Walker. Okay. And she's giving me the feeling, like, so the personality wise, like she would have worked up until the last day if she could have. Like she never wanted to quit. She was such a hard worker and she put so much time and dedication into her salon. Like it was really hard for her to step back when she was supposed to step back. All right, I think that's why she was so, like, all I saw was hair. All right. Dedicated and proud, yes. Okay. So she is making me feel too that well, it's more like she's talking about it. She's talking about having to sell the business, but she sold it to somebody that worked at the salon. So she felt like it, in her mind, it like stayed in the family. Like she didn't have to, like, she didn't sell to like a stranger. She sold to somebody that she knew. And she felt comfortable with that because it was like, to her, it was staying in the family. But it wasn't like a family member. Does that make sense? Like she knew the person and she knew that they would be like taken care of like the right way. I just keep getting family, 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 family. Somewhat. She bought from her former owner where she was an employee. So I think she's talking about the end though, like when she had to step away, like she had to sell it too. Like it feels like but didn't sell to, no, not to family. She's like, like she sold it to somebody that she knew that felt like family, not an actual family member. Um, was she a smoker? I'm getting smoking now. Like I'm seeing somebody smoking. Was she a smoker? And it feels like Virginia Slims or something like that, like the really skinny, long cigarettes. 2 packs a day. Oh my gosh. Was it Virginia Slims? Like it feels like really skinny cigarettes. Salem menthols. Oh my God. I haven't heard that name in a long time. I can't remember if those are long and skinny though. Okay. Did she have a story where she like caught her own hair on fire from a cigarette? Like I don't know if it's from like lighting a cigarette, but like burning her hair? You don't know? Okay. I don't know why she's showing me this. I guess just write that down. Maybe somebody can tell you, maybe you can talk to somebody and maybe somebody else knows. Or um did she use a lot of hairspray? She might be. I just feel like there's something about like having like joking around about having like flammable hair, and maybe people would joke about like the amount of hair product that you have on, like you would go up in flames kind of a thing, like be careful with your cigarettes. I don't know. There's something about that. Maybe it's a lot of hairspray. Okay. Maybe that's it. And she's definitely like, you would tell her to turn the bathroom vent on. I almost feel like somebody would be telling her, like, get that cigarette out of your mouth while you're like spraying your hairspray, like you're gonna go up in flames. And she definitely like, I feel like personality wise, like she would just tell you everything straight. Like there was no like, uh she wouldn't like sugarcoat anything. Like it would be like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think right now, and that's the way that you're gonna get it. Like very much, very blunt. Yeah. And like not in like a harsh way. Like she did it with love, but she would definitely like read you to filth if she needed to. All right. All right, I'm going to see if there's anything else. Oh, I'm so glad that this ended up working out. Like, I was getting really nervous there. All right. Let's see. I'm going to pull a card. And while I'm shuffling, I'm going to see if she has anything else to say. But I'm definitely going to start pulling a card now for, like, her message for you. Is there a Sarah connected to you or her? An S name? I got Sarah. Is there an S name? Cheryl? Yeah, I could take that. Okay. All right, let's see what her message is, okay? She says, remember me by the happy memories we created. Remember me by the happy memories we created. Let me find this one and I'll read it from the book. All right, so she says, I can see you remembering me with heaviness in your heart because you worry and grieve. These are normal, beautiful, and understandable emotions, and they are part of your healing. However, when the dust settles, I really wish that you would focus upon our happy times instead of the sad ending. Keep my memory alive by thinking of me at our most joyful times. When something stirs a pleasant memory, talk to me about this and know that I will hear you and share the sentimental moment with you. I love that. They do, like, when we are even just like thinking about them and thinking about our memories, they know that we're doing that and they do come and get like a little close and they come around and they like share. They love it when we share in their memories. So definitely stick with the pleasantry, like pleasant memories, and don't get so hard on the sad ones is what she wants. I hope that makes sense. So I don't know either too, if you have like a question, if you want to ask her a question, you can do that too. Up to you, totally. All right. Otherwise, I can let her go. Oh, good. So no questions right now. You're at peace and you talk to her frequently. Good. I'm glad that you do. And no, and I think she's letting you know that that's her way of letting you know that she knows you do. And that when you talk to her, she comes around. I definitely think that that's what that card is for. Well, thank you for always coming around. I'm really glad I was finally able to give you a reading. And thank you for like sticking through it. I had a really rough start with that. Could definitely be my medication. Making things a little cloudy right now. Oh, good. She has sent a handful of signs. Good. You're so welcome. Thank you for always being around. I really appreciate you. I'm happy to be able to give you a reading. So anybody else that is in here, like if you guys want to say hi, you can like comment now. Let me know who's here. Because I don't get the list of usernames. I just see a number. So I kind of like to see who's still around. Ashley's still here. Hi, Ashley. Anyone else? Hey, word nerd. Hey, Megan. Hey, Crystal. Well, I'm glad you found me. Fluffy's here too. Are you two related? Or friends? Or are you Fluffy? You are Fluffy. I was like, I think I'm confusing myself. You are Fluffy. Okay. I'm so silly sometimes. Well, thank you all for coming around and hanging out. So I just got done with the reading for Gently Moving. I'm having a little bit of a rough start here, so I will be trying again. I've had a really rough couple of weeks. My my anxiety medicine and my ADHD medicine like went freaking haywire a couple weeks ago, and I started having really bad panic attacks. So, I kind of went through it. I kind of went through it for a few weeks, and so that's why I wasn't going live, because I was not myself whatsoever. And so I had to stop taking my ADHD medicine because they put me on a stimulant, and they think that that was like making the side effects of my anxiety medicine worse and causing panic attacks. So that was fun. So I'm on this new one. It's a non-stimulant. But I think I'm gonna have to start taking it at night because this is only like day 2 and I'm really sleepy. And I kind of feel a little loopy. And so I wonder if I need to start taking it at night so that I don't feel these effects like this, because it's crazy. But I am better now. I'm feeling much better. I've never had a panic attack in my life. And if any of you have panic attacks, like, I feel for you now. Like, that was the most unfun thing I've ever had happen to me. Like, it was not cool. Not cool. But I am feeling better. So how has everybody else been? Hopefully better than me. And hockey season is finally over. We went to, I would definitely try taking it at night. I'm glad you're feeling better though. Yeah, I think I am going to try and take it at night because it says it's a non-stimulant. So it's a medication that builds up in your system over time. And so I can take it whenever I want. Like, I don't have to take it in the morning like a stimulant you have to take in it. Oh, they are the worst. For sure. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it. It's called Qelbree, 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 but it's not Qua. Is not how they pronounce it. They pronounce it like the Q like a K. Qelbree. We'll see how it goes. I was on another non-stimulant for like a year and a half and it worked really, really good. And then over time, it just became like not effective at all. So I tried a stimulant and apparently that was too much for me. Too much. So I'm back to non-stimulants. Thank you, Crystal. I hope it works well too. Otherwise, I just might go through life unmedicated again for a while, which is fine. But once you are medicated, it's really hard to go back to being not medicated because then you're like, oh, life could be like this? This is so much better. So that's what I've been up to. But it's making me feel a little like I was really tired yesterday. So maybe I'm going to take it. I'm going to I can't take one tonight. So skip tomorrow morning and then take it tomorrow night is what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, for sure. Once you're unmedicated, it's tough knowing how medication helps. Yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. All right. So, what time is it? I wonder, should I try and do another reading? Just jump right into it? I feel like I'm a little... Oh, no, you're unmedicated right now. It's so hard. It is so hard. Like, I was off my medication for, I don't know, probably like a week and a half. And like the first 2 days are like the hardest, and then you kind of adjust. But I thought that I was going to have to at least be off of it for a month because like right before I started getting the panic attacks, I had just filled the stimulant and I didn't know that there was more non-stimulants available. I thought Stratera was like the only non-stimulant that was available. So, because like they're really like the stimulants, like they're really strict about when you can refill. And I thought for sure my insurance was going to reject any new medication because I had just filled it. So I was prepared to go like a month being unmedicated. So I was really surprised that there were other options, I guess. We did talk about going to just like straight Ritalin. And then I was like, but what if the panic attacks come back? I was like, I don't want like, can you give me something for panic attacks or to stop that from happening? Like, yeah, they are strict on stimulants. So, and then like when I was like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared. She was like, well, let's try another non-stimulant. I was like, okay. So anyway, crazy, crazy. But I do feel like a little cloudy. So I will try to do another reading and hopefully I'm not on the struggle bus like I just was starting out. I will say this though. So when I first tried to connect, I did get a mail. So I'm just going to read him off again just in case it belongs to any of you. Maybe he just hopped in early. But so I did have a male who passed in his 80s. He had some kind of connection with soccer. He just said the word soccer. I didn't get like if he played or watched or like if you, maybe it's the person he's connected to that has a connection to soccer, but there's something about soccer. And then he had like gray hair and he was like starting to bald. Super jolly, cheerful, kind. And then there was two dogs that he brought up as well. So not sure if that connects with anybody here. And if it doesn't, then I will talk about somebody else or try to connect with somebody else. But I thought I'd throw that out there. Because I feel like I never get, like sometimes this happens where somebody will come through that nobody can take. But I don't think that, like, I'm always wondering, like, why they come through. And somebody could have hopped in and then hopped out pretty fast. And so it could have belonged to somebody like that. But I thought I'd throw them out there again, just to be curious. And if not, like, don't feel bad. No one? All right. Okay. All right. You guys know the drill. Just stick to yes, no's, and maybes. Don't try and feed me information. You can validate and but like and clarify, I guess, to a degree. But don't give me like any new information that I haven't said. Let's see what else. I think that's like the biggest thing. I just want to make sure. Because otherwise, I think everybody that's here is always kind of around. So you guys know the rules. Just don't feed me any information. Okay. All right, I'm going to get quiet here and I'll try and bring somebody else through. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I am swimming in fog. Okay. Oh gosh, sorry. Like, I just got a really weird smell. I don't normally get smells when I'm doing mediumship readings. Maybe it'll come back. It was like here and gone so fast. Okay, so I have a male with me. He did give me the name Thomas. So it doesn't have to be Thomas, but like a T name that is associated with him. Like maybe Timothy, Thomas, I don't know, like a T name. Um, he gave me 90s, that he would have passed in his 90s, so he lived a really long time. And then he was showing me himself on oxygen, and then he was telling me that his favorite place to be was like parks or like places where there's like a lot of trees. So I don't know if like when he was younger, if he was like into hiking and like nature and more outdoorsy type of person, but definitely loved being out in nature. And then I got like this weird smell that smelled like it smelled like campfire, but it was like here and gone so fast. And so I was like, I looked over at the side to see where my incense was burning, because I was like, what was that? So if you can take like 90 to 100% of that, just let me know like what percentage you can take. If you can take it, or you can just say like I can take all of it, I can take none of it. Let me know. So this is a male in his 90s is when he passed. He gave me the name Thomas. So just like a T name, and this could be like first, middle, or last name. There's a T that's associated with him. He was on oxygen and was really into like nature, outdoorsy type person. No one? All right. No one? All right. Okay. Is that what today's going to be like? I think my husband's home. I'm not in the middle of a reading, so you can drop stuff off if you need to. Okay. All right, let me try again. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting that smell again. All right, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break instead of going from one reading right into the next. So if anybody has like any questions they want to ask, anything about mediumship, psychic abilities, anything that you have questions on, I can do that. I'm kind of getting the feeling that I need to take a little, like, I need a breather. I can also talk about my aunt. So my aunt passed away about a month and a half ago, and she was in a wheelchair for most of her life, and she is now free. And she's become like super active. Like probably the most active spirit I've ever encountered. She was hiding things and moving things, and like things were falling in closets in my house, and like something in my garage fell as well. And so I actually had to put up like a lot of protections from her and be like, you need to back off. Because she got she was very excited and wanted me to like give messages to every single family member that she could think of. And I was like, that is not how mediumship works. there's such a thing as boundaries. Like, I can entertain you for a little while, but then you gotta go. Like, and she isn't only active in my house, she's active in a lot of people's houses. So I've been really firm about boundaries lately. And so part of me is wondering if I set up my boundaries too high. And like, I'm a little nervous when I open up that it's going to be her, like right here, wanting to talk to me. So that's why, and she had red hair. So that's why the last reading I gave, I was like, can you just tell me if anybody can take a female with red hair? Because I was like, I'm a little nervous that this is going to be my aunt again. And I just opened up a can of worms. So sorry for your loss. It's a little funny that we still have to set boundaries even after family passes. Yeah, was she pushy on Earth? Yes and no. She was very controlling about the things that she could be controlling about. I think because she was in a wheelchair for so long. So she felt like she didn't have control of her body, so she was very controlling about other things. But yes, could be very stubborn and pushy, and like I had to tell her she needed to leave me. She needed to leave me alone. And I was like if somebody comes to me in the family and they approach me and they want me to connect with you and they want to have a reading and have a message to you and a connection, then yes, I will do that. But I was like, you need to go to them and get them to come to me. Like, me, it doesn't work where you're coming to me and then I'm going to everybody saying, oh, Aunt Chris has a message for you. Like, that's not how it works. And so I think she was just very excited to be free and to be able to do whatever she wants whenever she wants, that she was very excited. She was very excited. And then she was like, oh, and you can do this and you can talk to everybody for me and you can do this. And I was like, no, 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 no. Like, that's not how it works. If you want to talk to me, that's fine. But don't, like, she was coming to me with messages for everybody else. And that's just not how I work. It's not how I work. So, when I first started out, my grandpa was the same way. Like, as soon as I connected with him, he was around all the time and he was always wanting me to give messages to my dad. And that went south quickly. Like, it went really bad. Like, it did not work out. Like, my dad didn't believe me. So I had to be very firm to get that one to stop as well. And so I was kind of like, dang it, I don't want to have to do this again. But she would not leave me alone. So I don't know. I guess some mediums like are like they have a hard time connecting to their own family members. So I don't want to feel like I'm complaining that I can do this. Like, I can talk to my own like family and get messages for myself. But like, I was taught that you do not, like, an ethical medium does not go around giving unsolicited messages. Let's say it that way. So I had to really put like firm boundaries up of like, if you want them to get messages, then you need to go to them and somehow get them to come to me or go to another medium. Like, it doesn't have to be through me, but like, you have to set it up where it's going to happen and not like, and not use me. Felt like I was starting to feel used. So, and all of that was in the middle of my panic attacks. So I was like, oh my God, like, you need to leave me alone. I am not good right now. All right, maybe I just had to get that out of my system. So talk about it. All right, let's try again. What time is it? 2:20. Okay, so I'm gonna get quiet. I'm gonna try and connect with spirit, see if somebody will come through. If I struggle with this one, I'm probably just gonna hop off. All right, I have somebody. All right, so I have a female. She was showing me blonde hair. She seems like she would have died, quote unquote, young. Like, and I'm not firm on these ages, but somewhere in like 30s to 40s. I don't think she was definitely younger than 50. She's showing me herself like young. And then she's talking about marketing and she's talking about skiing. So Let me know if any of you can take this. I think she had like a corporate job, like corporate. Her passing was sudden. Like no one saw it coming. She didn't see it coming. Would have been a sudden passing. Cause like she was working on like actively working on like the corporate ladder type of thing, like trying to move up, move up, and move up. And then she like was gone. Not the corporate part. Was she really like not corporate, like very career driven? Would that make sense, word? Like career driven, or like what she did for a living was like really important to her? Would that make sense? Kind of. Could you take marketing? So I did have marketing written down. Could you take marketing? Okay. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. Okay. All right, let's see what else I can get. But you could take the sudden passing, right? Because you said you could take everything. Like, yes, okay. Um, could you take it being an accident? Like, I feel like she was doing something active and then there was an accident. Like, I keep getting like active, 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 and then gone. And that she feels like she's someone off to the side. And so when I get that, I'm trying to learn what this means. So it could be a friend or like a cousin. It's somebody like, oh my God, I'm like covered in goosebumps. So like a friend or a cousin, if like peer, like someone on the same like level as you. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't feel like higher up like a mom or higher up like a uncle or an aunt or like a grandparent. Like it feels like somebody off to the side. Friend, okay. She is talking about children. Did she leave some kids behind? Does she have children? She's talking about children. They feel little, like she would have had little kids. Yeah, she did. Okay. I don't want to say like no one's passing is tragic, but she's like talking about how this was like very, very traumatizing passing. Like it really affected a lot of people, her passing. Does it feel like after she passed, did it feel like there was a hole? Like something really big is missing now? Like there's a hole? Um, I'm getting the name Missy, like an M name. Yeah, she touched a lot of lives. Yeah. Um, did she call you Missy? There's something with like, I feel like it's something around a nickname for you. Missy, something. No, she did not call you Missy. Gosh, what is this? It could just be like an M name. But I think your name is Melissa. But she wasn't giving me Melissa. It came through as Missy. Yeah. All right, what else? She is, she's bringing up her funeral. I'm trying to understand why she's talking about her funeral. Gosh, I kind of don't want to be wrong about this. It feels like there's something that happened at her funeral that, like, I don't know, would you know, was there like something like drama? Like something that's like not good that happened at her funeral? Like, I don't know if somebody got into an argument or there was like, I don't know what this is. I've never gotten anything like this before. Like something uncomfortable happened. I don't know if you would know anything about that. Or why she would be bringing this up. There was some tension. Okay, maybe it has to do with that then. It feels, because it does feel uncomfortable, and tension definitely feels uncomfortable. I'm not sure why she's bringing this up though, other than just evidence that it's her. Maybe she just wants you to know that she knows what like went down. I don't know. Like, was it, would you know if somebody came to her funeral that like people didn't think would show up and it made things awkward? I feel like I'm really curious now as to what the tension was about. Why are you bringing this up? Is there a message? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why she's bringing this up. I guess just take it in. Or maybe it could be like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna see if it does make sense to you though. Okay. Okay, as long as that makes sense to you, I'm not gonna push it. It feels like because she died so suddenly, she didn't have anything written down or like a will or anything like that. And that there were people making decisions on how to do things and like people weren't in agreement. Like some people wanted it done one way and other people wanted it done a different way. And that was like the drama of it. All right, is there anything else? I don't like. Okay. Well, I'll ask her to move on. All right. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? I think I think she's coming through. Like I keep hearing take care of yourself, take care of yourself. Like make sure that you are your own priority. Like you should be priority number one. Like she's saying like stop worrying about everybody else. You should only be worrying about yourself. Um, I'm gonna pull a card. Um, that's something that she would say. Um, like I'm getting the name Teresa. Is there a T name tied to her? Yes. All right. It says, I watch over you every day. I watch over you every day. All right, so it says, believe me when I tell you that I hear every one of your thoughts and know all of your life's desires, goals, and accomplishments. We have such a strong soul connection that part of my desire here is to watch over you there. Even though I can't take your test for you or interfere with your free will, I'm sharing your space and I'm always influencing you to do the best that I know that you can do. I help bring into your life those important learning opportunities your soul needs in order to grow. Think of me as your guardian angel. We share life together. I am the light that goes before you, holds your hand, and shows you the way. So don't be surprised if a thought about me suddenly comes into your mind, seemingly at random. That is me standing next to you, letting you know that I am still with you. That is absolutely beautiful. She is always with you. I'm getting like a million messages right now. I hope that connects. Oops. I just had a card upside down. Oh, I'm glad she came forward for you. If there was anything, I don't know if you had like if you have a question that you want to ask her, you're more than welcome to. Or anything you want to share. Apparently I just had to talk about my Aunt Chris to be able to channel today. Uh, is she with a bunch of cats? Um, Quite possibly. I do, like when I asked that, I immediately saw an orange cat. Would you be able to confirm if she had an orange cat? She did. So I'm getting the number 5 as well. So I'm not sure if it's 5 cats, but she is giving me the number 5 as well. That's a lot of cats. Oh, she took in every stray cat she could find. I love that. I'm so happy she came through for you. All right. All right, I'm going to let her go. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I'm sad that her funeral ended up being like full of tension, I guess. That's unfortunate. So I got a new nose piercing, and it's just like a little gold star, but I'm like, nobody can see it now. You can't, well, I guess you can see a shiny thing, but it's so tiny. Oh my God. I think that makes so much sense as to what I was feeling. She was in the middle of a bitter divorce when she died, and he made the arrangements. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think she wanted him to have anything to do with it. So remember, I was getting that feeling of like somebody was there that shouldn't have been there or something like that. Didn't I say something like that? I think she was talking about that guy. Oh my gosh. And then they weren't speaking. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I think that all makes a lot of sense. That makes it make a lot of sense to me now, at least, like what she was talking about. Bummer. Yeah. I don't think she wanted him to have anything to do with her funeral. I think that upset her. Oh, okay. You guys gossiped a lot about her drama. Oh, maybe that's why she brought it up. So interesting connection. The reading I did before yours was also a hairdresser. So that's interesting. Oh. Okay. Oh, you earned a gold star. Thank you, Gently Moving. That is a crazy coincidence, isn't it? I guess they come through in groups. That's really interesting. Okay. I did 2 readings today, And I had a bunch of people come through that didn't belong to anybody. But I think I'm going to call it a day. So those of you, like everybody that came out and came out, you know, came here to watch me, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for always supporting me. I just feel really, I feel cloudy. I feel cloudy. So, but I'm going to try and come on. I'm going to try and be more consistent again now that my mental health is good. So I'll be back again next weekend. So I hope you guys all have a great week. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to our guides. Thank you to our loved ones. I'm happy that we got some readings done today. So I will see you guys all next week. And thank you again. Bye.